You ever feel like time just skipped? Like you're at the kitchen sink, and then suddenly you're at work. No memory of the drive? Or you look in the mirror, and it's you, but also it isn't. Or maybe you blink, and it's midnight. Totally normal, right? Well, yes. But also possibly a warning sign. Because sometimes the weirdest, quietest feelings, the ones you brush off, are actually your brain screaming for help. Today we're diving into 8 perfectly normal things that might actually be giant psychological red flags waving in your subconscious. Let's start with one you've definitely felt before. Déjà vu, that creepy, glitchy moment when you feel like you've already experienced this exact second. You walk into a new cafe and swear you've already had this conversation in this exact chair under that same weird chandelier. But what if it keeps happening? Not just once a month, but every day. Persistent déjà vu isn't just a harmless party trick your brain pulls. It can be a symptom of temporal lobe epilepsy or early neurological stress. Your brain's hippocampus, aka your memory system, fires in a weird loop, flooding you with false familiarity. For some people, it's so intense, they stop consuming media entirely. Why read a book if you feel like you've already read it? If your brain feels like it's stuck on a repeat track, you might want to press pause and check the system. Ever zone out so hard that hours vanish? You left your house at 8. You arrived at work at 8:40, but you remember none of it. That's time slipping, and while it sounds sci-fi, it's very real. This often shows up in people dealing with high levels of stress, depression, trauma, or even dissociation. It's your brain's emergency setting. Too much. Let's skip this. Just like your laptop skips frames in a laggy video, your mind skips entire moments. It's protective, but also dangerous. If you're losing time often, it's not just poor focus. It's your brain checking out for survival. Number 6. Time warping. Then there's the reverse problem. You sit down for 10 minutes, suddenly it's dark outside. You haven't eaten, your back hurts, and it's 2 a.m. Welcome to the time warp. This isn't about laziness or poor time management. It's your prefrontal cortex and dopamine system misfiring. People with ADHD, chronic stress, or even certain types of trauma can experience distorted time perception. You aren't lazy. You're neurologically disconnected from the clock. When time stops making sense, it becomes hard to regulate anything. Sleep, hunger, focus, motivation. If time feels like a rubber band, snapping, stretching, or disappearing, you might be dealing with more than distraction. Number 5. Alien reflection, depersonalization. You look in the mirror, it's your face, your eyes, your expression, but it feels like someone else is looking back. This is depersonalization, when you feel detached from yourself, like you're watching your life through a glass wall. And it's not just a spooky moment, it can be a trauma response. Your brain under intense stress goes, too dangerous to be fully present. Let's pull back. So it detaches you from your sense of you. People describe it as feeling like a ghost in their own body. Others say they look at old photos and think, I know that's me, but I don't feel it. If your reflection feels like a stranger, your mind might be waving a white flag. Quietly. Number 4. Reality detachment. You walk through the grocery store. Everything looks off. The lights are too sharp. The shelves look fake. It's like walking through a video game. This is derealization, when the world feels unreal. It's closely related to depersonalization, and again, it's usually trauma or anxiety related. When your brain can't handle the pressure, it numbs your connection to your surroundings, like turning down the emotional volume on the world. But if this keeps happening, If you feel like you're floating outside your own life, you're not just tired, you're detaching. And long-term detachment makes re-entry harder every time. Number 3, emotional numbness. Picture this, you're at your best friend's wedding. Everyone's crying, laughing, hugging. You feel nothing. It's not that you don't care, it's that your emotions are offline. This is emotional blunting, often caused by prolonged stress, depression, trauma, or even side effects of certain medications. Your brain protects itself from emotional overload by shutting down completely. You're not cold, you're overloaded, and now your brain is buffering. If everything feels muted, flat, or hollow, you're not broken, but your system might be way past its warning limit. Number 2, the mood roller coaster. 1 week you're hyperproductive, planning your future, starting projects, full of energy. The next week, you're stuck in bed. These emotional highs and crashes aren't just mood swings. They can be signs of bipolar spectrum, emotional dysregulation, or burnout cycling. The brain can run on elevated dopamine and serotonin for a while, until it runs out of gas. Then comes the crash. If your motivation and energy come in waves so big they knock you over, don't brush it off as just a bad week. Patterns matter. Number 1, everything is connected. You start noticing the number 2 and 3 everywhere. Then it's red birds. Then triangle shapes. Then it all starts to mean something. Your brain is connecting everything. You feel like the universe is winking at you through symbols. This is apophenia, your brain's natural pattern detector, going rogue. We're wired to spot patterns. It kept us alive on the savannah. But when you start seeing connections where none exist, that's your brain overfitting. Apophenia is common in OCD, schizophrenia spectrum symptoms, and periods of intense stress. If your mind is building a secret map from coffee foam and sidewalk cracks, it might be time to unplug. So next time you feel like you're living in a dream, or falling through time, or unraveling in slow motion, don't panic. Just pause, check in, maybe even check out, like with a therapist, because these aren't just quirks, they're signals. And the brain? It always talks. The real question is, are you listening? Stay curious, stay soft, and don't trust any thought that starts with, "This is probably nothing." Catch you in the next spiral.